Okay, back here in the sequence of events, what we did in that previous segment is we saw how Tanuj, the test lead, was notified automatically of a new build and then went ahead and executed some test cases and discovered a defect and submitted that defect. So what we'll see in this next section is how Marco, the development lead, how he gets notified of the defect and goes ahead and triages that defect. So he takes a look at the details and assigns it to a developer to be fixed. So let's see how Marco does that. So switching back to the demonstration here, playing the role of Marco, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and bring up Rational Team Concert and log in as Marco. And Marco, the way he has his dashboard set up in Rational Team Concert is he has two viewlets, which are queries to check to see if there are any defects, blocking defects, and whether they're unassigned. So here we can see that defect that Tanuj just submitted, and we can see that that's currently unassigned. So Marco is going to go ahead and get this fixed. So he can go ahead and click on the link and dive right into the defect and see the details for that. One of the things that we could take a look at, for instance, is the links tab. And here we can see that it's automatically been linked to the execution results. Again, if you wanted to go ahead and actually dive into the details for that, you can click on that and it'll bring them right into Rational Quality Manager to look at that. So we need to go ahead and triage this. He needs to assign it to somebody. He may not be sure who's actually working on that, so he can run a quick query to see who's actually running, who's working on the lap timer control, and we can see that Deb is working on that particular assignment. So what we can do is navigate back here and assign this defect to Deb to be fixed. So we'll go ahead and say that's owned by Deb. We'll make it a high priority, and we'll plan it for sprint 3 here. Okay, and once that's done, now Deb will get instantly notified that a new defect is there for her to go ahead and fix. So in the next segment, we'll see how Deb does this. All right, now that Marco has triaged the defect, what we'll see here in this next segment is how Deb will go ahead and get notification of the defect, make a fix, and deliver that change so that Tanuj can again test and make sure that everything is fixed and working properly. So let's go ahead and see how Deb does that. So again, she's going to work inside of the Eclipse base plugin of Rational Team Concert and Rhapsody. So let's go ahead and log into her workspace. Now again, as soon as Marco assigned that defect to Deb, she got instant notification of that defect, and she can go right here to her Work tab again and see the details of that latest defect. So here we can see the new item in her inbox. We'll go ahead and accept that, and we can go ahead and bring up the details for that. So again, if Deb wanted to, she could go ahead and right from within the work item here, she can go ahead and take a look at the links tab and see the execution results. So right from here, she can click on these links, and it'll take her right into Rational Quality Manager to show her the results of those test runs. All right, so what we'll do is go ahead now and start working on this. So let's make a quick fix here inside of Rhapsody. We'll make a change. So Deb already knows that she has an idea of where the defect comes from. Her store lap timer operation that she created does not properly handle a seconds rollover. So she'll go ahead and make a change now. So within the timer here, we have the store lap time function. This is the code that didn't quite work correctly. So what we'll do is make a modification here. So I have the code already written out here, save some time. And we'll go ahead and plug that in to the implementation field here. Let's go ahead and save that. So now hopefully this code is proper, will properly handle a rollover. And what we'll do is what Deb would normally do is go ahead and test it at this point in her own workspace. But to save time here, what we'll do is we'll just assume that Deb has done the testing already and that the changes are good. One other thing I want to point out is that we've been running on the Windows platform here, but Rhapsody also allows you to go ahead and target any number of real-time operating systems. So you can see here we can take the same model and generate code to a real-time operating system if needed. All right, so let's take a look. She's made her changes. Now let's go ahead and submit those, deliver those changes. And we'll go ahead and assign those changes to that defect that we're working on. Okay, and once we've done that, we'll now submit another integration build for Tanuj to go ahead and test out here. So let's go ahead and say that we've resolved this. We'll go ahead and save it. And now going back to the work items perspective here, we'll go ahead and submit another build. Okay, so she's made her changes, and we're now in the process of building that. And what will happen here is once the build is completed and submitted, again, Tanuj will automatically be updated or notified that that Deb has made the change to the model to fix the defect there. So let's go ahead and refresh this. Still takes a few more seconds here to go ahead and complete the build. And we're done. So we can go ahead and again bring up the details for that. Again, we might associate the defect with that. So we can go ahead and choose the defect there. And again, tag this as being ready for test. So let's go ahead and save that. And now we're ready to kick it back to Tanuj to go ahead and test Deb's latest fix.